In today's video, we have Justin Bieber reacting to Hailey's pregnancy and so much more regarding their relationship. Their relationship may seem perfect to the naked eye, but it seems to be a lot more complex than that. It's being rumored that the couple may not exactly be nearly as happy as people think. So what exactly is going on between Justin and Hailey, and how did he react to her pregnancy? That's what you're going to find out in this video, so remember to watch until the end. A video surfaced on TikTok which featured a picture of Hailey at what seems to be a doctor's office. The TikTok user shows how happy they are seeing them happy together. While that is exactly how it may seem from this particular TikTok, the reality could be very different. Some clips have lately gone viral which don't exactly portray Bieber in the best light. In fact, people have been claiming that Justin's behavior towards Hailey might even be somewhat abusive. Why don't you and I take a dig into that together and see if there's any truth to it whatsoever? Before we start, I want to make it clear that I don't want you to start hating on either Hailey or Justin. I don't necessarily blame you if you do, but my job here is simply to present things how they are. Yeah, I have my opinions as well, but I'm not really inciting any sort of hate in my videos. So remember, no matter how big of a fan you are, chill. So the couple actually got married in 2018, and ever since that, people have been claiming that Justin and Hailey were actually too young to get married. There have been rumors ever since that the couple is headed straight for a divorce and that they cannot handle the new relationship at all. Here we have a video where Justin and Hailey seem to be walking side by side when Justin just appears to hit her out of nowhere. The couple was basically walking in a mall in California, and I bet they had no idea that they were being filmed at that point. But paparazzis these days spare no chance and no person. The video shows that Bieber actually somewhat hit Hailey, and there was not much Hailey did about it. This happens right after the couple seemed to be looking normal, walking and talking in the mall. And yeah, that's definitely not all. A couple of minutes in, you'll notice Justin trying to do lame stuff in order to get Hailey's attention, but Hailey simply seems to be walking ahead without noticing. While some people think that this is actually pretty normal and that couples do this all the time, I tend to disagree. I think observing the smaller signs like these can be very important. Twitter was obviously very quick to react to this new video. One user pointed out that the way Bieber had hit Hailey did not look like a joke at all, and that it was too hard for it to be considered casual. Another tweet claimed the exact same thing. Now, I don't exactly agree with that abuse comment, but yeah, there was definitely something fishy about the way Hailey seemed to be ignoring him. I don't think there was actually any abuse at any point, but yeah, it doesn't look like the couple is going through the best part of their relationship at the moment. Of course, this led people to dig up old videos of Justin in order to argue that his marriage with Hailey was questionable, to say the least. One such video shows Justin in a car having gone live on Instagram. Here's what Justin had basically said that had a mixed reaction on Twitter. "If you weren't so hot, I would have gotten rid of you a long time ago." While some would argue that Justin is really just kidding here, others have pointed out that this was not an isolated incident. It continued to get connected to more and more clips which definitely showed Bieber in a pretty bad light. If you were to see all of these videos strung together, you would probably think that this couple is going through some stuff. With this one, I'll just leave it for you guys to decide. As you can see, the clip starts with Justin exiting his vehicle. All good there, nothing wrong with that. He's leaving the scene, sure, that looks good. Wait, who is that getting out of the car? Is that Hailey? Yes. Look at that. Hailey seems to be following Justin now like someone third-wheeling a couple in high school. It just wasn't a great look that Justin did not even acknowledge her existence by waiting for her. I mean, I would expect the guy to show some class and at least open the door for her. But if that sounds like too much work, how about you actually wait for her to get out of the car and then walk together? That really just seemed very disrespectful and rude from Justin. Having gotten married back in 2018, Justin told the media that his marriage was going pretty well and that they were still in their honeymoon phase. But seeing these videos in which Bieber seems to not really give a about Hailey made people post some interesting remarks. One Twitter user wrote, "If this is how he treats her in public, I can't imagine how he treats her in private." I don't exactly disagree here. Bieber is a celebrity and he knows how this works. The guy knows that he's almost always under the camera's eye. The fact that he chose not to care about that and still act rude in front of the cameras probably goes a long way in painting a true picture of their marriage. Lately, Justin and Hailey have been doing a kind of reality show of sorts ever since COVID became a thing. You'll see the couple cooking together and doing all sorts of couple stuff together, and they do seem pretty happy. The same goes for their Instagram, where their relationship seems to be at a very good point for both of them. But like with anything and everything, slip-ups are to be expected. If you're a regular viewer of their show, you'd realize that there are moments when it does get a little tense between them. And of course, I don't necessarily blame them if they're spending the entire day together for months at a time. So yeah, that's somewhat understandable. Statements like this from Bieber really started some weird arguments on the internet about their relationship. Justin had said that he would sometimes tell Hailey, "Honest babe, don't touch me right now." To be honest, I can really understand that need for personal space, and I'd probably say something similar to my partner. I think it's fine as long as both people are on the same page. But then again, things like these continue to make people skeptical. One time when the couple went live on Instagram, someone asked about Justin's disease, to which Hailey started answering. Seeing that, Justin stopped her and said this: "They were asking me because it's my Lyme disease, not your Lyme disease." That's a little blunt for sure, but I'll take it. That's a fair comment from Justin that he did deserve to answer the question about his own disease. That is when Hailey replies to Justin, "Yeah, that's the attitude." It's things exactly like these that drive people to think that Hailey and Justin may not be doing all that great. Personally, I think that we should cut the couple some slack for getting married at such a young age. I hope no one is abusive in this relationship, as so many people on Twitter claim they are. At the end of the day, it's probably just one or both of them acting a little goofy, because, let's be honest, they're kind of still kids. Well, that is it for this video. Remember to comment down below any thoughts or feedback that you have. See you later and have a good one.
Never let me down.
As we've learned from Hailey's Elle magazine cover just last week when it was released, is Justin's health battles that no one knew he was dealing with.
When Hailey walked down the aisle, because you see his reaction. First of all, she looks stunning, right? Do you remember this wedding gown designed by Virgil Abloh for Off-White? I mean, stunning. She looks incredible. But we finally get to see the moment, you know, she walks down the aisle to her future husband. And look at him right there. Did you see how quickly he was blinking? I feel like it was because he didn't want the tears to just start streaming down his face. Look.
Artists go through their own struggles, and I think that we need to acknowledge and accept that.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you. I just want people to understand, like, and get that perspective of like my life, because I think there's a lot of people, you know, that just have this, you know, I'll see comments and stuff, and I really try not to read them, but I find myself in a wormhole sometimes.
Sure, it's human nature.
but just.